Thank you very much, Jean-Marc. So it's now time for marine regions and interoperable standard for georeferenced marine place and names. Salvador, Jesús, Fernández, Bejarano. Is it correct? I hope.
Yeah, more or less, it's fine. Thank you very much. So yeah, when I knew that I was accepted to give this talk in IMDis, I was really happy, of course, and I wanted to know a bit what was going on in Norway, in research in Norway. So of course, I look at fish, and I saw different studies, of course, on salmon and trout. And some of them, they were they were being conducted in a fjord I didn't know about. Hope I'm pronouncing right, the Hemfjord system. And some of them, they provided coordinates and so on. But I actually didn't know what it was. So I started to wonder, like, you could go Google Maps, of course, Google it, but that's not going to tell you exactly what is the extension of this area. It's not going to tell you where it starts, where it ends, in terms of like what is the geometry of the place. And of course, it's not going to tell you what is the source, who is telling that this is the area of this region, right? And of course, this not only happens in science, but it can happen to data systems, to cruises, to all kind of metadata systems, right? And this is actually the solution that we're trying to provide with marine regions, an interoperable standard for marine place names. You present me already, Salvador. And this is a project hosted in the Flanders Marine Institute in Belgium. And I will just go forward and I will explain a bit more. What is marine regions? So marine regions has two main components. One of them is, as I said, is a georeferenced gazetteer of marine place names. And the second component are data products. So where there are no authoritative source that produces important regions of the world, for example, the exclusive economic zones of all the countries of the world, we make maps that provide this. And then we include it in the gazetteer. Here we will be talking about the first component, the gazetteer, the georeferenced gazetteer. This is more or less how it looks like. This is the Hemfjord in our database. So you have, of course, the name, but we also have the MRG ID. This is the Marine Regions Gazetteer ID, which is an identifier, but it's also a resolvable URL that is unique and persistent. You, of course, have other information that is important as the place type. In this case, it's a fjord, but you can have sandbanks, you can have exclusive economic zones, you can have all types of marine places. You also have a location with coordinates, and if available, we also have geometries of the place. And we also provide the source to this information. In this case, will be the Norwegian Environmental Agency. And last but not least, we provide relations between them because, of course, this fjord is included in a larger sea, right? All the seas are connected, and this, for example, will be part of the North Atlantic Ocean and so on. One of the things that we have been doing lately these last years is to provide this not only as a nice website, but also as linked data. So this is the turtle representation. And as you can see, you have the same components. You have the MRJD, the place times, location. That is another URL that you can resolve, and you get actually the geometry in WKT in the same resource, the source and relations. How the relations work? So this is another example. These are the sandbanks of Flanders outside the Flemish coastline of Belgium. And as you can see, the Flemish banks are actually partly part of the exclusive economic zone of Belgium because they are not completely overlapping, right? But at the same time, the Belgian EEZ is also part of the bigger area, the North Sea, and it's part of because it's completely overlapped. We have several relations for this, for different types of features interacting with each other. Now, who are we doing this for? Who are we providing this? So the Marine Regions project started as the geographical backbone for biogeographical databases, such as Orobis, OBIS, with WORMS, which I already mentioned, the World Register of Marine Species. But within the years, we have got more and more people interested in using it. We got, for example, Global Fishing Watch, which is displaying our marine regions areas in their viewers. We got people from FAO using them, IMONNET, and many, many of them. How do we share them, the data with them? So the most obvious one will be go to the website and search for it, of course. You can browse it. But we also provide our REST API that you can retrieve all this information in a machine-readable way We also provide OGC web services for visualization and retrieval of data products. Now, we also, what it did is combine all these web services. We combine them in an R package that uses all of them, and it's mostly done for scientists to use this data. So a bit how it looks like, you can do several things. You start looking in this side. What you can see is you can look for a place. Here again, the Hemfjord. You can also add the geometry to it. Also, you can retrieve it as linked data, so you can make an RDF store, and then you can apply Sparkle queries to it. You can also make visualizations of different areas using WMS services, so you don't need to load and then visualize, which will take much longer. You just can make a quick leaflet map and see how it looks like. And also you can, of course, retrieve it with WFS. It takes longer, but it's also fine, and you can apply also OGC queries and CQR queries. Yeah. Last thing we have been working also these last years is to provide this data as linked data event streams. This is a technical standard that combines the principles of linked data, but also event data streams. So what this allows is to share the data, for example, with a client that can replicate in their site the whole database, and also keep it up to date, because there will be constant updates, and like just using a link that I will show in a second, they can see the last updates and update their database. On the server side, on our side, this is good because we don't need to be maintaining all kind of APIs, and we just need to focus on the content, and then everything will be shared with the users. So a bit how it looks like. So yeah, the LDS feeds are a connection immutable objects. Actually, the only one that changes, the one you can see here, is the marine regions /feed. And this one will give you the last page of the LDS feed. In this case, for example, you can see that what you get is a page with 2 timestamps, in which it will give you all the updates that happen in the database. As you can see, for example, in this size here, where you have the marine regions, emerge ID, this is pointing to a single gazetteer object of the database, and through the T=UTM time query, you can know what is that this marine regions ID has been updated. So you can like retrieve it again, update it into your database. And yeah, through the specification, the tree specification, what we do is have relations to what has happened before. So you can start with the feed, but like go back on time. The next one will tell you also what is the one back on time, and so on and so on. So you can replicate the whole database and like get all the updates possible. That's it. Some talk home messages are, so yeah, marine regions are global standard for georeferenced place names in the sea. Use it for whatever you want, because it's CC BY, so it's free for everyone. We just ask you to cite us, please. And yeah, you can use it. You can use it just through website. You can use it the web services for visualization, or just you can replicate the whole database with LDS feed, add it to an RDF knowledge graph, and that's it. I would like to mention also we have been awarded a UN Ocean Decade Action, in which we are building an editorial community. So we are looking for people that are knowledgeable about certain regions of the world that are willing to contribute and like add new gazetteer entries to the database. So yeah, if you want to join this, please let me know. We are starting this, and we do it all online, so there's no commitment of have to travel anywhere. And yeah, just come talk to me. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice presentation. Questions?
Hello, thank you for the presentation. Since this is referring to marine regions, are there special reasons for the regions for the coastal ocean, and how would you then transition to the land area there? Have you thought about that?
If I understood correctly the question, we have also some land regions, but of course it's not the main focus of this. It's like ad hoc if it's needed. For example, we have towns, we have countries, we have a data product that is the merge of the exclusive economic zones of the world with the world countries, so this is like a seamless unit. So yeah, if you want to know, for example, what is the total area of a country, including also sea, then you can use that. Yeah, but it's not our main focus, of course. Yeah. Thank
you. Do you have information that anyone uses marine regions as query source? Use it as a spatial query for some marine database. You know, the scientists are not willing to fill up the bounding box when they query the data, but they know the marine regions they want to collect data about it, and this is a good example that can use it, and some other system can include it, that can include it for the query just to type marine regions and get the data from this area. Do you have information that anyone do that?
Yes, we do. Actually, that's actually the beginning. That was the main idea of starting this database way before I started working in Belize. And so yeah, I think if I'm correct, so Eurobis allows you to get all the biodiversity occurrences from a certain region. You just type like I want Norwegian exclusive economic zone, and you get all the occurrences that overlap with this region. Likewise, I think Obis is also doing it. Immonet Biology, Immonet in general, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm not sure right now who else is doing it. Maybe Global Fishing Watch. I'm not sure if they only allow or they also allow to retrieval, but definitely, please, everyone can use it. Just contact to us or go online, and yeah, that's the main goal of marine regions, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you. To follow up on this one, let's say it's not my question, but it's more. I think what we should do is also see how we can use it in CDataNet, because, like I say, we have all the lat long. We already do it for several other areas, like the MSFD areas, let's say, and sea regions. So we have already, let's say, several controlled vocabularies which we are using from the geographic information that we get to generate automatically, let's say, the names. And of course, it would be very good, let's say, also to overlap it with your marine regions, because then, like you say, we can then turn it around and make it also a search criteria, which is then helping several people that heard about something and say, hey, can I also use it as an entry to get to the data? So let's do that, for sure. Yeah. That's one. And we are pretty close together, so that's easy. Second one is that I was wondering, because you always, the difficult one is with demarcations is always they can be disputed. And we know, for instance, between the Netherlands and Belgium, between the Netherlands and Germany, to give you one example of my country, there's always disputed lines, exclusive zones, territorial. And that means that you always have to go for the official authoritative resources. And I was wondering, how do you maintain that? Because it's quite quite a challenge, I would say, to get hold of the latest information by which you can follow to make sure that you are not disputed in that sense. You mean?
We do it, with a lot of time working on it and money to fund us. So yeah, of course, this relates more to the data products component of marine regions. So for example, if we are talking about the other areas, the fjord I was talking about, we don't maintain that. So like whatever the Norwegian Environmental Agency is doing, we believe it and we incorporate it, and that's it. The side of the products, that is, for example, we have this product of the exclusive economic zones that we created. We are the authoritative source doing it, so we explain how we do it. And yeah, we try to do updates every 2 years, give or take. And yeah, for disputed areas, we actually try to not take sides as much as possible. And when we do it, if we are not sure, we provide the area as a disputed area. And we say, okay, like these two countries, territory 1, sovereign 1, we put them in alphabetical order, not take any side. And you choose what you want to believe. Of course, it's two different countries. I'm saying two different exclusive economic zones, two different areas. We cannot believe one or the other. We make a geographical, like based only on the baselines and coastlines, we make buffers that create that area. Because yeah, if it's not resolved, the conflict, then we cannot take sides. Yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah, we follow of course, we follow the UNCLOS, and what we do is we get the boundaries. If there is some national oceanography office, then we use that, of course, as perfect. Of course, if there are no disputed areas. But when there are not, what we do is we base ourselves on the UN. There's a website of the UN that gives you all the, like a bunch of PDF, sometimes scans of coordinates that you need to digitize in creative ways and put it in a database. That's why we do it, yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, Salva.